Hej, nu har jag landat efter en riktig utflykt. Och vi hade med oss Urs Gehriger från den schweiziska tidningen Die Weltwoche. Och i stora drag så fick han se, vi var i Kista-gallerian, vi var i Husby, vi var i Rinkeby. Och vi var ju tvungna naturligtvis prata engelska. Men jag har gjort fria klipp här efter från vår resa, från det att jag och Anders Bergström möttes upp tills att vi träffade Urs och sen påbörjade vi vår resa mot förorten. Och det var en hel del samtal i bilen i köerna ut och sen hans reflektioner vill jag ju fånga förstås. Så jag hoppas du förstår engelska, för jag kommer inte kunna texta allting. Utan det blir då att han i sammandrag yttrar ju väldigt tydligt att det är någonting, han har aldrig varit i Stockholm, han har varit i Malmö för några år sedan och sett mångfalden där. Men det är ju ingenting emot Schweiz. I Schweiz så funkar integrationen och där ställer man krav på folk till skillnad från här. Så just klippen från Rinkeby så noterade jag och Anders att det var rätt många gängkillar som tittade på oss, för vi var de enda med svenskt utseende där. Så att de höll på att gissa och ringde och man såg att de stirrade och gick runt som hyener. Och just det här samtalet om vad skulle hända om vi kom tillbaka efter mörkrets inbrott, så skulle vi nog kanske inte komma ut därifrån igen. Så att men vi kunde snabbt spana in just i Rinkeby i alla fall. Men jag vill ge Urs framförallt en röst. Han gjorde ju ett reportage, spelade in oss, jag spelade in honom. Och det är ju många bra samtal vi hade, så låt dig själv lyssna och scrolla igenom lite grann våra besök i förorten. Och som vanligt, om du vill stötta jobbet och kanalen så får du gärna göra det. Jag är så tacksam. För det är självklart, det kostar på tid och energi och utmaningar att hålla på med det här. Men jag säger bara välkommen till Samtal om samhället, och jag lägger det hela reportaget här efter de klipp i den ordning som vi åkte runt. Och som sagt var, du får ju en bild av förorten om du inte varit där förut. Och en röst framförallt från en annan part som är utifrån kommande om vad han ser och vad han anser. Ganska hälsosamt faktiskt. Så, då kör vi. Tack för att du tittar. Hej. Ja, då sitter jag och Anders här. Hej Anders.
Hej, hej.
Hej, hej. Vi är på väg att hämta upp Dr. Urs. Vad heter han efter han? Giglet.
Ja, Gig är någonting.
Ja.
Dr. Urs.
Ja, han är från det här ordet som ordpoliser säger Schweiz. Heter det Schweiz?
Switzerland.
Ja, Switzerland. Han är från Schweizisk media och vi ska ta honom på en liten tur i förorten, har vi tänkt, att berätta lite historik och naturligtvis intervjua honom också, fast han gör reportage om vad han gör här. Så vi återkommer snart när vi har fångat upp Urs. Mm. Ja, Anders, nu stod vi och väntade på Urs Gehriger från Die Weltwoche. Vad har du för tankar idag?
Ja, jag tycker att Dr. Urs får leda oss under dagen och se vad han har för strategi. Mm. Jag tror att han vill åka runt vid våra utanförskapsområden. Det kan nog bli Kista kanske, vi får se. Han får styra helt enkelt och det kommer att bli väldigt intressant. Och allting kommer ju sändas på engelska, så ni får stå ut med att det blir engelska idag.
Precis. Sant. Ja, då väntar vi in Dr. Urs, så ska vi se vart vi tar vägen. Han vill dyka upp snart. Oh. And here I stand with Dr. Urs Gehriger from Die Weltwoche. How are you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you very much.
Yeah.
First day in Stockholm, beautiful weather, so it couldn't be better.
Yeah, and you've been a few years ago to Malmö.
A few years ago, correct.
What was your expectations and what did you see in Malmö?
In Malmö, I just looked at the areas that were also crime-ridden. I went to several areas and was frankly shocked, but that was like 6-7 years ago. So in between I read a lot of stories about Sweden, and just, you know, always it's important to have first-hand impression, and I'm happy to be here now and see as it is.
Yeah, and we will guide you around and show you some historical places here in Stockholm that maybe has been more or less occupied.
And if I may add, it is not a better place to start, because we are just next door to the King's Palace, the Royal Palace, in ancient traditional Stockholm, which is beautiful, especially on this day. So let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you.
What happened that it has become to this gang violence and shootings that you just talked about?
Yeah, and people try not to blame the big immigration, but we have so much immigration, and I see this. I was working as a security officer on malls and so on in the 80s, and I saw
the change.
And then my father in Kista was a big example, year after year, to see it. And people are scared. We have a lot of violence and shootings. We have they estimate that we have about 62,000 connected gang criminals.
Wait, 62,000 gang criminals, not members, criminals, actually committing crime.
Yes.
This is and only in Stockholm we have 26 crime-prone areas. 26.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine for a person who just arrived like me, who only knows the center that we just left or we are leaving now. And it looks very peaceful here in spring, you know, with cherry blossom trees. It's totally harmonious. And not far where we're going, this exists. It's again, you know, what happened? Why did this come so far?
After the European Union membership, it's all start from my side point of view.
So you mean with Schengen agreement, where you don't have
open borders, migration pacts and so on. We don't decide for migration. They do it in Brussels. Other politicians from other countries decide.
Would you personally, as a personal opinion, would you wish to be outside the EU?
Absolutely.
Like Switzerland. You know, Switzerland is not a member of it.
But you have bilateral...
we have a hard time agreeing with them, or you know, find a kind of a frame agreement now. It is not easy to find a solution, but
you have also open borders.
We are part of Schengen, absolutely. So
open borders.
We have, and that's part of the reason why I'm here, is what can Switzerland learn from Sweden, from Sweden's problems that maybe we can avoid, even though I'm skeptical, because we see many things happening already in Switzerland too. But nevertheless, it's always good to get informed how the situation is here.
All countries should see Sweden as a warning example. All countries.
What to you is the most important lesson to be learned?
From my point of view, once again, it's the membership of the EU. Our independence is gone. I think it's 70% of all the decision is down in Brussels. EU now.
Yeah.
And but we have Poland and Hungary. They don't have open borders. They stop. But they have strong leaders. Hungary and Poland.
With Poland, they have elections soon. You don't know who will become the next president. So maybe it's Tusk's party, and there might be a change. But with Hungary, it looks like Orban's Fidesz party is.
I think Viktor Orban listened to the people.
When you say Viktor Orban listens to the people, what would the people say here in Sweden? If the politicians listen to the people, what would happen?
Well, I think that Swedish people, they have been so silenced by the leftist that has thrown the racist card every time somebody tries to give an opinion. They are silenced. They call their if they are employed in a company, they call the company and tell them that they have a racist in the company, and they risk to lose their job. So it's been like like a war between the left and right here, and the common sense and this insanity in Sweden very much.
What about the new government that you've had for a while, where there is also the Sweden Democrats are included?
Yeah.
Has that made an improvement?
No.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed so far. And it's a blame game from the Social Democrats. They say, oh, it's still a lot of violence, but they don't see that they have been guilty to this expansion of violence. And today we have child soldiers that even Iran used them to make bombings on the Israeli embassy.
Is that right?
Yes.
You have proof for that? Is there evidence?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been in media a lot. And
so what you're saying is there is child soldiers with the Swedish passport grown here or born here?
Second generation.
Second generation, yeah.
And they have been recruited as soldiers and are now paid and organized by the Iranian state to attack Jewish institutions.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And that's proven.
Yeah, and mainstream media has been has written about it, reported about it, and everybody asks, why are they still here? They are spies. They are. It's like an occupation from Iran. They are using it.
Well, you worked in the law enforcement as a policeman. How many years?
33.
33. And you were in security for also a long time?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you see this, what is the answer? Why are they still here?
Because I think in Sweden they don't want to do anything about it. Somebody is, like I say, somebody is cashing in on this occupation. It's like the old school that well, we make chaos and people are occupied by chaos, and then they can cash in. I can't see any reason.
How do you mean cash in? How does that work?
You have like the globalist, and we have here in Sweden Wallenberg, etc. And they are earning a lot of money. Wallenbergs. They are earning a lot of money on weapons, on everything, and it's like the laws are taking a lot of time. The new government is talking about, okay, we want to send them out, but we have to do some kind of session for 2 years before we can decide it, and blah blah blah. And then the big horror is that our Nordic neighbors, Denmark, Norway, Iceland, Finland, our crime gang criminals are we are exporting them there, so they have problem with our criminals.
They migrate from Sweden to their countries?
Yeah, not migrate. They go over there and build new Finnish gangs, Danish gangs, dealing with drugs, and then coming back here, have a base here in Sweden. And we suggest many persons that we should have some kind of cooperation between Swedish and Nordic police and make a big offensive to get them out. Because
and that's not happening?
Not happening. I haven't heard a politician talk about it.
How do you see it?
This is perfect. We can talk. But this is positive.
Honest, tell me, 33 years in law enforcement.
Yeah.
How have you witnessed the country change? In those, it's a long time, so you've probably seen very big changes. Can you describe it?
Under my career as a member of the SWAT team and special units, I have traveled around all Sweden, fighting against criminal networks, and I have clearly seen how our society has changed, and really much, and increasing every day, insecure. And you know, some parts in Stockholm is transformed into lawless zones. Parallel system are governed by clans, honor, and to say culture of silence. And this
like we know it from the mafia, like Omerta, where you are forced to be quiet. Yeah,
where people are afraid to talk with the police.
So what you're saying is they are having their own rules and they enforce their own rules.
Absolutely.
They don't interact with the police and the authorities.
No.
They do it themselves.
They have a system, a legal system. And okay, this I take next.
And they created no-go zones, a lot of no-go zones.
So no-go zones means the police is not going there? Or is it more the civilians are not going there?
I think it's only, to say, the police are going there, absolutely. But it's a
challenge for them.
It's not good. Yeah. It's a challenge, yes.
So what I heard and read about is that groups, violent groups, they're attacking police, ambulances, even fire brigades.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know, one problem.
En liten tur I Kista centrum här.
What was the typical things that occurred during your service here as a security?
As a security, you have to clean out all the violence. It's like police have to work and try to clean out the violence, and you have to report them, say that you can't be in this center and check out they aren't here. So it's all about trying to keep the safety, but the bigger, the harder it is to keep it safe. You have had shootings in here in Kista. They're coming in with guns and have shooting. A lot of robberies into the shops where they sell diamonds and stuff. They rob them, go in with guns, crash it, take it.
Do you know a shop that got robbed? Maybe you can visit.
I don't really know which shop it was. It's a big place. Ja, ska vi ta en liten tur igenom här och så får vi göra en liten kommentar efter promenaden. Får inte filma så mycket, folk kan bli kränkta. Okay, Urs, we have just arrived into the Kista gallery. What's your first expression of this?
My first impression is it is a place that could be anywhere outside Europe, but or outside Sweden. But in Sweden, the reason is it's very hard to spot a traditional Swede, as I would, call a traditional Swede. Tall, blonde, blue eyes or blonde hair.
Yeah.
You don't see that here much,
No.
and that's my first impression. Yes.
Yeah.
It looks rather normal and calm, and
Yeah.
I don't see any aggression or anything like this.
No.
But the social fabric is clearly different.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
And this is a failed multicultural project in Sweden, and you see the result here, and we are going around in our crime-prone areas in this afternoon.
Yeah. We will check out some other things, but this was like the best place in Stockholm to be 20 years ago.
And you say it was a science city
Yeah,
or
science.
suburb.
Yeah, totally. And that was the focus. And then what happened that it changed so much. Has to do like it's such big change in many places in Stockholm and Sweden.
Yeah.
Sorrowfully. Yeah. Har vi gjort en liten check här i Kista, och Urs är ganska tvär på att det inte är mycket det är mycket mångkulturellt här, och jag har ju själv följt det här, som min far bodde här i så många år, att jag har sett utvecklingen, och tilläggas kan ju att 32% av företagslokalerna står tomma här nu. Man flyttar ut på grund av otryggheten, anger man. Och det har varit skjutningar här inne och rån, juveleraffärer och annat. Så att, ja. Vi ska åka till vidare och ta en liten kik på Rinkeby och visa upp det för Urs också. Men vi började i Kista galleria. Är vi nära Rinkebyskolan här med Urs och eleverna då med västar och grejer. Så vi ska gå upp till Rinkeby torg här om en liten stund.
This area we don't have in Switzerland. No.
Ja.
Not like this.
Närmare så Rinkeby torg idag, och lite exotiskt.
Ja, jag har haft flera stycken som har stirrat ut oss redan.
Ja.
A criminal gang.
Ja.
Already see us.
De kriminella gängen har redan styrat ut oss här, och vi är ju misstänkta. Vi ser ju inte ut som alla andra, så att vi ska gå bort på torget här och får vi filma lite diskret helt enkelt. Det är grabbarna på Rinkeby torg. Hello, we are at Rinkeby torg now. And what do you see, Urs?
Well, if you lift the camera, you can see the non-Swedes here.
Non-Swedes, you say? Yeah.
I would say there's predominantly dark-skinned, ethnics from Africa, Middle East. I think it's 98%. Maybe you see the odd one less.
Yeah.
Maybe you are the only Swedish, and Anders. Maybe.
Yeah. Anders, what do you say about sitting here on Rinkeby torg?
This is the result of politicals' arrogance and lies about multiculturalism. So this is the result, and Swiss didn't want it. They were forced into it.
Urs, do you have areas in Switzerland that looks like this?
We have areas that are predominantly populated by people who migrated to Switzerland from, Middle East, from North Africa or Africa. But in that intensity, as I see it here, like I said, like 95-98% of the people are from a migration background. I don't see it like this. No. What I have to say, because it's afternoon, it's sunny, it looks very placid. It looks very calm. It is I don't see any aggression.
Yeah.
But I learned that after sunset, this is a different atmosphere, and a lot happens under the surface.
Yeah. So we can make the conclusion as it's okay while the sun is up to visit Rinkeby, and maybe not when the sun is down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a challenge, though.
Oh, okay.
We leave you now.
No, bye. Thank you. Now you've seen Rinkeby. What's your impression?
Like I said before, it's a place where it looks like a mixture of Africa and Middle East, under the Swedish spring sun. And as you told me, it was a place where you used to go as a boy.
Yeah.
And there was Finnish and Swedish people.
Yeah.
And you came to play Lego here.
Mm-hmm.
I just heard that they were starting to talk about us, of course, because we stand out.
Yeah.
We are three white guys and sitting there, talking on a bench.
Yeah.
Naturally, that looks suspicious, which is interesting by itself, because you're in Sweden and there's a triplet of whites. You are suspicious. But anyway, I think it's best to move, because you don't want to challenge your destiny.
Yeah, let's leave this place. Thank you, Urs.
We must be realistic. The violence is escalating. Sweden needs a radical policy right now. We can't wait any longer. We must start to close the border, stop the immigration now, deport all illegal immigration, deport all criminal immigration, deport all criminal family-based clans. And the sentence should be served in their home country or another country. We must do this now. And the only party in Sweden who wants that is Alternative for Sweden. Vote for us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.